I think Kyle Kuzma was the big name on that list of players that were going to be available. Bogdanovich was another one. I knew the Knicks were interested in P.J. Washington. I was surprised that the Mavs made two significant moves. It's going to make them better. P.J. Washington, who's averaging about 13.6 points per game, 5.3 rebounds per game, 2.2 assists per game, and now also Daniel Gafford, who's been fantastic too this year. So they've added two good players to this lineup who right now cannot stay healthy. Their best player, Luka Doncic, he has not been 100% healthy. He's having a sensational year, and the MVP of the league right now is Luka Doncic. I think he's been the best player in the league. All around, Dallas is not a good team. Kyrie Irving can't stay on the court, and when he is on the court, he doesn't shut up. How many games has Kyrie Irving played all season long? I look at right now the position that Dallas is in. I would have never thought they were going to be in position the way they are going into the playoffs and being one of the better teams in the Western Conference. It's all about what you could do in the playoffs. I don't care what you could do in the regular season. We're going to go rate NBA trade deadline deals.
I'll do the Dallas Mavericks deals first, the two that they made for Daniel Gafford and also for P.J. Washington, which I think they definitely needed size. They have enough scoring prowess between the two guys, Kyrie, Luka Doncic. Also Josh Green, a young kid that's played very well for them this year, but I don't really help out. It's a Seth Curry who seems to go around everywhere, and 2027 first-round pick. I like those deals for both. I will give that an A- for the Dallas Mavericks. I think they both did a great job with both of their trades.
I like what the Milwaukee Bucks did. I love Patrick Beverley. He's one of the best defensive perimeter defenders in the NBA at his position, at the point guard position. He can defend multiple positions, so I like that from Milwaukee. They need to build the bench. They lost in Drew Holiday, a huge defensive piece, and now you add a guy like Patrick Beverley. He gives you that distinct defense prowess at the point guard position. I like that. I like the move. They needed to add that secondary piece to help out Damian Lillard coming off the bench, and he could defend multiple guard positions. So I'm going to give it a B-.
All right, I'll go to that Celtics trade that happened a couple of days ago with Xavier Tillman, too. I think this is actually a very underrated one for the Celtics. Tillman is always a good defensive player in Memphis. Didn't really get as much shine because of Jaren Jackson and how good he is defensively, but he's always been one of the best forwards off the bench in these little run that the Grizzlies have had as being one of the best teams. And I think with Kristaps Porzingis now hurt, too, for the Celtics, it's going to help them be able to get some defense inside while he's hurt, and even for the playoffs in rotation. So I like this move a lot for the Celtics. I'm going to give it a B+.
I like the move by the Rockets, adding Steven Adams. Steven Adams, good center in the league for many, many years. He's been a distinct center, known to be a bad boy on the court. They needed to add a gritty style of game, adding Steven Adams, a guy that's been injury-prone for the last couple of years, but a guy that can dominate in the paint and cause a lot of havoc. So I like that move. And the Grizzlies adding Victor Oladipo. It's a veteran player. If he stays there next year with a young player, young dominant player like John Morant, maybe it'll help the kid develop. And 3 second-round draft picks, which could turn into a first, because you can move up with 3 second-round draft picks into the first round, a late first round, and grab a player of your liking. So I like the move more for the Rockets. I give the Rockets on this deal a B+. I really like this because the Rockets right now can make the playoffs, and Steven Adams, who's been in the playoffs, played for OKC, played for playoff teams, and was a dominant force for those teams. So I'll give the Rockets a B+. I'll give the Grizzlies a C+, because I do believe that those 3 second-round draft picks could turn into a first-round draft pick in the future.
I'm going to go back to the Buddy Hield deal as well. The Sixers got really good value for this. They only had to trade Korkmaz, who was really a bench piece that emerged in his first season, but has not been great since then. And Marcus Morris, he's just bumping around all different teams. He's getting older now, too, and 3 second-round picks. If you're the Pacers at this point, I don't know why you just don't keep Hield. I know it's going to be hard for them to pay him because they have to pay Siakam, but you're still trying to contend right now. You're still a play-in team. You're right in the cusp of being in that top 6. I don't know why they wouldn't just keep Hield at that point. For the Sixers, I think it's a great move for them. Like, their wing players are all old that they've evolved with, Embiid and Maxey. Tobias Harris, who's probably the best one, and has been kind of bad since he signed his contract, and revolves around the old guys like Danny Green. Finally, they have a young one that created Buddy Hield. I love this deal for the Sixers. This is an A deal for them.